Nuku is contesting against poverty. He's contesting against underdevelopment.
So we have been involved in the community. The issue of, doing something, showing a footprint. We have actually been involved in the community doing things.
The whole issue about elections, the candidate tell the people, who are you? Why you want a job?
Most of the major challenge in my KB, especially the young folks.
We want that tax to come with compensation.
Okay.
We empowered those young people with employment opportunities.
Okay.
For me, it was imperative because these were young people that were disenfranchised and marginalized in our society.
Even in the opposition, political leader Bennett that year, zero disagreement with Costa because of that.
Settle with Honorable Cabinet Janet. We owe him, and it is already been said that indeed we should pay.
Would you a Mexican to be Liberian honorary consul in Mexico? The answer is no.
They are not telling the president the fact and the truth of leadership.
Okay.
They are very, very unfair.
A lot of young people benefited from a scholarship, including President Shema Molu. I look forward to a day when President Buya will suspend Mobake Molu for not controlling the partisans for attacking candidates.
We need to teach civics in all schools across the country. We need for citizens to know their basic duties and responsibilities.
The Constitution is for the people. And before the people make now a constitutional amendment, they must be educated on what they are making.
When they receive this information, they don't even verify. They don't look at the questions on the actual test. There are times I will give a trainer maybe 40 questions, they give us 50 answers. What do they take the additional 10 questions from?
We have gone through a lot. If you realize that you are not satisfied, launch a proper investigation. Let this investigation go on, and then we realize who did wrong or who are the perpetrators, and then they be brought to book and to the public, right?
Show them that we'll work together in making sure we can get to the bottom of this investigation in establishing the perpetrator of the act.
When we have leadership, key actors, key players in the opposition community, we have protection under the law. But even right now, the Liberian National Police is a partisan police.
It's indeed a beautiful Monday morning in Liberia. I'd love to welcome you to this unique segment of the KMTV Morning Premier Show. This is right here on your screen. And welcome if you're just joining us wherever part of the world you join us from this morning. I'm humbled to be here. My name is Amos Thomas Momo, your host. And this morning, there are too many things happening in the country that we have to talk about. This is the reason why we are here Mondays to Fridays discussing those branding issues and deriving strategies that will resonate or restitute in the best interest of Liberia. I am humble again to be here. Great to be back on your screen this Monday. Today is the 19th of September 2022, and welcome if you're just joining us wherever part of the world you join us from. To acquaint you with the rundown of those things we have on our plate for discussion, for those of you who've been following our live post, we were to host Honorable Richie Nangwekun of District number 11, but there was some, emergency that came in between, and you have to travel there to Kigali with the finance minister to discuss Liberia there in Kigali. So he will be here probably on Friday or Thursday, depending the time he returned to country. And this morning we'll be having Honorable Karishma Penondre. She's a representative aspirant in District 10, Montserrat County. She'll be our guest coming up by 10:30 this morning. So whatever you are, whatever thing you're doing, I'd love to say welcome to the presentation. And then we'll go across Liberia to speak with our correspondents. And when we come back with the correspondents, we'll tell you exactly, as you are aware, the president left Liberia over the weekend to the United States of America, where he will be attending the United States General Assembly there in the United States of America. And he also, before he left the country, he nominated Liberia ambassador to the United States of America. We'll talk about that. Taking into consideration we are just few months to election, and now he's in the United States. There is no ambassador there. It's something we have to talk about, look at it very critically, and this is the reason why we brought it to you, and you'll be making your point on that as we discuss it right here. So this morning we will go across the country to speak with some of our correspondents, beginning with Bunk County. The man Tatos Yekayan will join us this morning and tell us exactly how's Bunk County, what are those latest coming out of the county. He will join us, and we'll talk about Bunk County right here this morning. If you join us, then we'll talk Bunk County this morning. So wherever you are, we want to say welcome, and it's great to be back on your screen here this morning. Whatever you're joining us from, we are grateful to be here. Now we are finding it difficult this way. Let's get Abraham Colley from Kakata City there in Magibi County. Abraham Colley corresponds for KMTV in Magibi. He will be our first correspondent this Monday morning. He'll be joining us from Kakata City in Magibi County. And so whatever you're joining us from, welcome. This is the KMTV Morning Show with me, Amos Thomas Momo. And Abraham can pick up. He's here with us this morning from Kakata City. I'm hopeful and I'm optimistic that he's joining us from Kakata. Good morning, Avi.
Thank you, Amos. Let me say good morning to the people of Liberia, those of following. It is indeed, a pleasure again, and being on the KMTV Morning Show, the most talked about morning show in Liberia.
How's Kakata?
Well, Kakata is cool this morning. I missed the rainy season, but today seems to be like the dry season has just begun. So no rain all over Kakata. I don't know about the surroundings towns and villages in Magibi, but Kakata, no rain. The sun is out. Everyone's going out doing their number of businesses. So it's just cool here in the city.
Tell us about the weekend. What are those things that unfold?
Well, a lot of things happened during the weekend, Amos. As you may be aware, Magibi County is, this is a place that's full of politics, and we also look at some humanitarian activities in the county. I visited a guest town, and it is around 30 miles away from the county capital, Kakata City. Okay. And a town is located in Magibi County, Fofalatoria district. And the people of that town, the population is over 2,000. They have called on President Weah to come to the county capital, which is Kakata. And they have promised to reject him comes 2023. And they're also seeking work on, they're seeking safe drinking water, healthcare facility. This is a town that vehicle cannot enter. Looking at the total number of population there, the Magibi County Health Team this morning, when I spoke with him, he said it is a constraint, and they're working with the Ministry of Health to see how best they can construct a mini clinic in our town. Okay. So the people of the town now are suffering massively, and they are drinking in the creek and other rivers in that particular town. So they call on the attention of President Weah and threaten if the road is not open to connect to the county capital, they would definitely reject the Liberian leader, Dr. George Weah, 2023 bid. We also visited towns in district number 5, the same rule, no healthcare facility, and our people in the rural regions in the county. Amos, as you may be aware, you visited Magibi and some parts of the county, some part of the district. They normally suffered from healthcare, they suffer from road. So like district number 4 in district 5, I visited over the weekend on Saturday. The people are also crying, and they have expressed a vote of no confidence into the county, because information circulated in the county is our former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Nathaniel Fallow Mangel, and he will be contesting as Senator of Magibi County, despite the clarity, and the Senate, I mean, the former minister have not come out to say, yes, I will be contesting. But the information is coming in different canals that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, I mean, that former minister, I'm sorry, will be petitioned by unidentified group, yes, to be established this Saturday. So people on various community radio stations in the county have said a lot about the minister.
What are citizens saying as it relates to that?
They are expressing different views. Okay. But majority of those calling on various radio stations have said the minister, the former minister, if he come to the county, he will be rejected because he has been sanctions in the investigation, and the people have said they don't want Magibi to be like Lofa. Okay. The case with Brian Samukai when he was, taken to court, and today he owed a lot of money. So they said if the minister want to contest, yes, it's right, but there should be a full investigations by the American government or the Liberian government, whether he will be, if he is clear of what he's been sanctioned and be accused of, then he has the right and opportunity to participate. Okay. So these are other issues surrounding in the county. But again, seditions have expressed interest, and they have welcomed the ideas of others or the former minister to contest in the county as senator. As you may be aware, there's traditions in Magibi County, the upper and the lower tradition. So former Minister Mangil is now such stations in the lower end, and people have said, oh yes, because this is the lower end. This is the time for the senator to come from the lower end, okay. And that senator will replace the current senator James Tonola. Okay. So far so good. That's the latest information in the county. And we look forward to hearing more to update KMTV Liberia.
All right. AB, thank you so very kindly. Thank you. And we're hoping we can join you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
This is Abraham Colley. He corresponds for KMTV there in Magibi County, Kakata City. We rush to Lofa County, speak with Fokpaye Tiller. Fokpaye corresponds for KMTV there in Lofa. He will tell us the latest update from Lofa County, and so whatever you are, whatever thing you're doing, I want to say welcome and a pleasure to have all of you following us this morning. Either you following via KM Radio International, you following us through our Facebook feed, or following us through our YouTube feed, and the guys there in Butwa Radio there in Sino are also joining us this morning. Sagacious is doing very well to making sure that we can come to you Mondays through Fridays, and the people of Sino County can get abreast with those happening in the country, and most especially from the side of the country. We are great to be here, whatever part of the world you're joining us from. Fokpaye Taylor corresponds for KMTV in Lofa. We're managing to have it on. No, we go to Sino County, speak with Sagacious. I don't want to keep, I guess it's already here. We'll take our correspondence. We'll talk about some of those burning issues. And as it stands, we're managing now to get Sagacious on. And so whatever you are, whatever think you're doing, I want to say welcome and a pleasant